welcome to my April Plan With Me video. March has been quite a busy month, but somehow at least I've had a little bit more time to catch up on April compared to last month, so let's have a quick flip through. Floral cover page, straight into the first spread then. March at a glance, I filled in all my important dates. My goals page is empty, but I also did my vision board, so I'm kind of using that for goals. I'm writing down the books that I've read on the other side there, and I've really enjoyed the tree that I'm colouring in for my mood tracker, although unfortunately you can see I've spent quite a lot of this month feeling quite tired because that is a very blue tree. The next page I had my new style habit tracker that I really have been enjoying. I've liked how pretty it's looked as well as filling it in, and I really like this style sleep tracker that I've done so I can see where I'm getting my hours as well as how they are. I find it's the easiest sleep tracker to use that I've used so far this year, and I've been really liking it, so I'm going to use something very similar in April's spreads. Then we've got my two whole pages. I'm going to shrink these down in April because obviously I didn't use them and that's a big spread, with my to-do list first of all, and then how have I gone for my goals. I think they've both been really useful things to have this month that I've really enjoyed, but I do think we need to shrink it down going into April, but especially that one, it's been good to celebrate what I've been doing. Then I've got my quote page, which, you know, I really enjoy that quote even though I wasn't 100% on the execution. And then my half weekly spread before I go into my full weekly spreads. I've gone quite simple, but I think I'm starting to settle on a style. You can see I've kept it exactly the same week to week, using my trackers down the side as well. Then a blank page for next week's spreads, my gratitude log, which I've been doing numbered lines this time, so I keep it all separate rather than a blur, which I've quite liked. A blank page to sort of gather my thoughts about March at the end of the month, and then we are into April. I'm going to put a watercolour spread there. I've just doodled some ideas, as you can see, so I'll stick that in at the end, and I'll hand over to the time lapse. Let's have a look through the finished spreads then. Here's the watercolour that I prepared earlier. I know I didn't do it on video, but I really didn't know what I wanted to do, so I didn't know if I was going to do something completely different. I've just gone for a couple of daffodils. I've got a daffodil plant in the house at the moment, which I feel is really spring-like, so I just wanted to put a little bit of that on the page and then just a blue wash around. Only problem is tucking that paper under. Then a grid layout. I've gone slightly bigger than one whole page just so I've got some room on these dates, so I can fit everything in without having to squash it like I felt I had to last month. Then I've just got Hello April at a glance at the top. I'll probably put a quote in one of these big gaps that we've got, but I haven't decided what yet. Maybe a little bit of decoration at the top. Then I've got goals, book tally and uploads for things like my blog, which I'll also link below. Then I've got my sleep log and water intake log. I was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest for this particular spread, so I'll try and link it below for you to look to. So I've got my sleep hours, and then down the side what sort of sleep I'm getting, types of sleep. Then I've got my water intake log where I'm going to do what I'm drinking as well as how much I'm drinking to make sure that I'm keeping hydrated, because that's something I'm really bad at, and since I've been logging it I've got a lot better. Then I've gone back to grids for the habit tracker. It wasn't that I didn't really like the pretty version of the habit tracker I did last month, but I just wanted to have my habit tracker and my mood tracker on the same page. I really like this style of mood tracker. I saw it on Pinterest where basically you've got each of the flowers and then you colour in one of the petals on each one at the end of the stems with the colour for how you're feeling, fit a little key at the bottom, and I just thought it was a nice decorative element on what is relatively minimalist. Then I've got my gratitude log down the side, again numbering the days so it's clear, do it one per line like I did last month because I really liked that. Then got room for my master to-do list, and like I said before, I've shrunk it down so I can fit both of them onto one page. Then at the bottom I've gone for sort of a pin board style, so I've drawn that little pin and then I'll fit loads of others in every time I do something that's helping me work towards my goals. And then that quote there, to focus on gratitude this month. I think I really need to keep focusing on gratitude this month. It's been really helpful recently, so I just want to make sure that I stick with it, and that's my motivation. Then, as you can see, oh, there we go. Just the same setup. You'll see that I made a slight mistake in terms of where Sunday is. I didn't quite line it up properly. I haven't decided how I'm going to do my tracker this month, but that's the space for my tracker there. Again, the very similar setup. And that is it. Those are all of my April spreads. I hope you've really enjoyed watching this video. I hope you've been inspired by some of the spreads that I've done. If you want to see more, then make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm at The Writing Hideout Art. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you really enjoyed this video, can you please make sure that you like and subscribe as well for new videos so you can see when I upload my next plan with me. I'm already starting to think about May, which sounds completely mad, but I am. And just make sure you subscribe so you can see when that one arrives. Thank you so much for watching again, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful April, and I will see you again in May. Bye!